Hi, my name is Rupa. मेरा नाम रूपजोत कौर गरेवाल है. And I'm here to celebrate API Heritage Month. Guess what? People keep saying, well, oh, you went to America when you were 1, so it's like you were born there. And I'm like, no, because I wasn't born there though. I was born in India. But the thing is that I would go to India and they would say I'm American. And because I was so close to my family in India, because I was so close to my grandmother, it was so hard for me. I constantly said things as a child, like, I wish I could split my body into two and leave half in India and keep half in America, you know. And well, I grew up in Buffalo, New York, and my family moved to the Bay Area when I was almost 16. So for that first, you know, almost 16 years of my life, we were on the East Coast in a suburb of Buffalo. And in Buffalo, most people in the 70s were white, Caucasian. And we had a few people in school who were Black American, and we had mainly white or Caucasian people, and kind of very little of anything else. So at that time, if you were any other color other than Caucasian, you were different. You were labeled different. And for me, that meant I was always different. I never fit in. So when we moved to San Jose in 1988, my whole world changed. And the first time that someone in the Bay Area said, oh, what is that sticker on your forehead for? The first time someone asked me that, I got all defensive, because that's how it was in Buffalo. So I got all defensive, like, well, what do you want to know about it? What do you mean? Why are you attacking me? And it wasn't like that. This person just wanted to know, like, oh, is there symbolism in it? And my God, your clothes, they're beautiful. Can I touch them? Can I look at them? They weren't making fun of me. They weren't going to ostracize me. They wanted to compliment me. And I was like, what? And some people, they didn't even want to compliment or put down. They were just curious, real curiosity, not judgment, because it was different.
Okay. My name is William Ortiz Cartagena. I'm a San Francisco native, was born and raised in the Mission District. I'm blessed because growing up in the Mission, I had just an eclectic bunch of cultures that I was raised with, API, African American, Latinx, so I feel so privileged. My best friend in the world comes from the API community. He's Filipino and Indian American. And we just been through everything, you know, growing up in the neighborhood, it was tough. So like if I had something, then he had it automatically, and just sharing our cultures, you know, like we never saw difference in our cultures. We just saw each other as brothers in arms from the neighborhood. And to this day, we're best friends. One of the biggest things is just without having the resources to like maybe travel, explore. I always joke around that I never left a 10-block radius until I was 8. I was born in San Francisco General, and I grew up on 23rd and Hampshire. So literally, for the first 8 years of my life, I never left a 10-block radius. But even though I never left a 10-block radius, I was exposed to so many cultures and so many like worldwide experiences. And one of those being in the Filipino community, my friend Gilbert Gallegos, he had a family party. And just being exposed to the food, right? Food is a common denominator for all of us, you know, as a human. And just amazing taste and these amazing foods and the warmth and, you know, the atis and the nonos, you know, just taking care of all of us in the neighborhood. And they didn't see race or color. They were just like, you're Gilbert's friend, and they just would bring us in and having the lumpias, the pancet, the lechon. One of the main dishes, and it's still vivid memory, you know, obviously it's the lechon. Two reasons why. The lechon is a visual plate. You have the whole pig, and as a kid, it's impactful, right? Like, wow, it's like a movie almost. I don't even know how to explain it. But then the food, the taste, it's very similar to like what we have in the Latinx community, the chicharron, right? So it's something that it's different, but very similar. And that just brings us that much closer. And even to this day, it's funny because when I have big parties, like when it was my son's Baptist, I had a lechon. right? And that's just like, you know, I'm Mexican and Salvadorian, and here I have a Filipino center, you know, lechon, and that's our culture, right? Like that's San Francisco. Like, you know, we teach and we learn different cultures through food and art and all the other aspects, right? And we incorporate it as well, and we become San Franciscan in that aspect, because now I'm here celebrating my son's baptism, and I have a big lechon, and it's amazing, and everybody's enjoying it because it's like chicharron. So that's just, you know, cool. You know, I have a bias because I'm San Franciscan and I love San Francisco to death. But if the world could see how we get down here, you know, they highlight the hate, the very, you know, isolated incidents of hate, but that's not how we get down. We grow up with one another here, and we embrace our cultures, and we love one another here. So that's how I want to leave it off. Like, let the world know, like, San Francisco, we different out here. You know what I mean? We accept different cultures because we love one another.